Hello everyone, I am Gabriele, welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about the metagame that we have in Evrima. Lately I have found myself doing a lot of shenanigans with little Uteraptors just because I enjoy a lot this bouncing mechanic, and with this kind of lag compensation that Felipe talked about, I don't know, I feel like Pounce has improved a lot. You latch most of the times, unless your aim is really bad. My aim is really bad, by the way. Open and close quotes. Again, I enjoy the little Uteraptor because it can pounce. I don't mind about dying all over and over. I have noticed my gameplay with Uteraptor is kinda the same with certain players with Dinosuchus. With little dino players, with a little Dinosuchus, you can afford to do a lot of shenanigans. If you're a big dino, nobody will approach you above, even on land. I mean, they will let you go. Unless you have a Stegosaurus, you will not be approached by anything. Instead, if you have a little dino and going on land, you can enjoy some death matches with other players around. This is a type of meta game. I guess it's kind of a meta game, I mean, this is just my opinion, by the way. Where if you have a certain knowledge of the game, certain basic concepts that you understood of the game, by the way, not after 200 hours, in my opinion, you cannot grasp all of the concepts in this game, because you have to play each single playable, at the moment there are 9 on the roster in Evrima, a lot of times, and you have to understand a lot of mechanics. So 200 hours, 300 hours, I will still consider you a new player, at least under my point of view. Sorry about that. In Evrima, mind it, in Evrima. So we have 2 types of metagame. One metagame for those that are that love the game, but sometimes they grow bored of just growing the playable to 100%, because you manage, I don't know, to be successful most of the times, so you start doing these kind of shenanigans. I do them with Uteraptor, and other players instead, they do it with Dinosuchus. Dinosuchus, but when it's a little one. You cannot afford to make shenanigans when you are an adult one, because it's either you live or you die situation. If you find Stegos in the middle of the prairie, you are dead. And if you go in the middle of the prairie with a big dino, probably you won't have any player that decides to go against you, unless they are a Stego, that is. So you can afford shenanigans when you are little. You have a lot of stamina when you are Uteraptor, and you have a strong bite when you are a Dinosuchus, even hatchling. So, I mean, these 2 things help these 2 playables kinda to be similar under a certain point of view. Mind it that you cannot do this kind of shenanigans with, in my opinion, with any herbivore, just because their speed is too slow, and you cannot afford to run away and hide, or you don't have such a strong damage output, such as little dinos have. So, again, here you can see me playing against a Dinosuchus. I was lucky a couple of times. I had stable frames per second, kinda good, stable, up between 40 and 50. For me, that is good enough, because if I go Oasis, for example, my frames per second drastically drop because of many things. So I'm getting back some of my stamina. The gameplay of little Uteraptor against something bigger that cannot move as fast, like a Dino or like a little Stego, is you rely on Pounce. This Dinosuchus knew what he was doing because he was pressing E more than once. For example, now it's it's moving and pressing E. I consume stamina a little bit faster. You always want to press E when playing any playable that has been latched on by a Uteraptor. You will deplete that Uteraptor, your attacker, stamina a lot faster. That's your aim. Check it. How many times have I failed a launch? Very little times, because of this lag compensation that Felipe talked about, kinda. I mean, I feel, frames per second aside, that the Pounce has improved a lot. Now, maybe you have noticed that if you go with your Carno or with your Utahraptor, you go against a rock or against a tree, you are not going to remove that Utahraptor off you. Probably that's something to be added, probably that's something good, I don't know. By the way, check it. It's been a while that I've found another warrior, like this little Utahraptor. This Deinosuchus is on its last ropes. It's at the end, because otherwise it wouldn't have decided to sit down and rest around two Utahraptors. So that's a type of gameplay that you have, a type of meta game that you have, with players that are kinda experienced in Evrima-minded, Evrima-The Isle, and because their success rate with growing any dinosaur is kind of good, they decide to do these shenanigans. I did it with Utah, this player did it with Dino. Now he is dead. It was like already moving and bobbing his head because couldn't check it. It is bobbing and biting randomly because it cannot see anymore. It's bleeding too much. If you're bleeding too much, your screen is kind of black. If your bleeding pool is down. So that's why we have that kind of behavior now here with the Deinosuchus. And again, the other type of gameplay of sorry, no, it is dead now. The other kind of meta game is with new players growing it to 100%. We have two types of tiers, kinda. I don't know if you agree with me, but it's just my opinion. Sorry, probably I am wrong, but we have the new player, two obviously, and the experienced Evrima player. From time to time, you can do shenanigans, but because you are bored, so new players are kinda in a difficult situation. To grow their dinosaur for the first time because of players with a lot of experience. I hope that in the future, developers, once the game is out of early access, so many years from now, will create two tiers. One for new players and another one for, I don't know, old players? I don't know how to say that. But it's just to give a more welcome, I don't know, just to feel new players more welcome than not. Well, that's all for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Please tell me what you think about this. Have a great day and bye bye.